Okay, let's spend a little time into the educational sales presentation. Remember, this is a new patient machine. It is an absolute new patient machine. And again, you can use it on varying target markets. So again, the best target market to use it on is your VIP patients, your 3%ers, and invite them to bring 2 of their family members. That's the absolute pinnacle, top of the line, best of the best, right there. Okay. Now, as you come down the food chain, the next one is invite the 17%ers, people who've referred at least one patient. Okay. And then as you come down the food chain, you can invite your patients and have them invite 2 family members. Because remember, you always want to, your target market, you always want to start with circle of influence, and then paying attention to demographics, psychographics, geographic, psychographic barriers, vehicle of delivery. So you're always paying attention to that. But we're always going to go to circle of influence first, because it's real easy. There's already trust there, and it's real easy to see if they have a problem, if they have a gateway problem. Now, if you've been with me any time at all, you know it's very easy to get those patients that are your patients' family members that have a gateway problem with our marketing we do. It's very easy, okay? And it's very easy to find out if they have a problem. So that's where the gold's at. And it's in volume. It's not just one-on-one, it's in volume. Matter of fact, we had to, when we opened practices and grow practices, we had to stop doing this periodically because we got too many patients. Because remember, you can only process so many patients. And you got to fit them in within 48 hours. Remember, the longer you schedule them out, like let's say you're too busy and you got to schedule them down the road. Well, remember, every 48 hours, motivation decreases 50%. So you schedule somebody from a presentation, 4 or 5 days down the road, there's a good chance they're not even coming in because life happens. So you don't want a lot of new patients. Now, if you got an associate doctor to help you out, that's a whole nother story. Especially if you got 2 associate doctors. Well, then you can just go full, you can see a lot of patients. And that's what we did. We'd see over 50 new patients a week. I couldn't do that on my own. I'd run them in the front door and out the back. So anyway, and then you can go into lead situations. Okay. You can also do cold calls and combine your market. So bring in some of your 3%ers or 17%ers, your 20% people who've referred 1 or 2, and invite 2 of their plus cold calls. And I did that a lot. A lot of times I would do, when we started or when we got the practices up and going, we would do cold calls. Now we already knew they had a problem because we filtered them. They were local and they had a problem. Okay. And then we would combine, I would bring in one of my 20%er patients. I'd invite them. And the reason I invited them was to use them as testimonials. During my presentation, I'd have them and I'd walk them through a testimonial. So now you have somebody who really likes you, knows you, and trusts you, talking good about you in front of people that don't know you. It has a tremendous positive influence. Okay, so you can mix it. You can take a little 3%ers, a little 17%ers, a little of your existing patients, cold call patients. You can mix it if you want. Okay. It doesn't have to be just one thing. And obviously, the more you involve the 3%ers, 17%ers are your existing patients, the better it's going to be because there's already some degree of trust there. Less defenses and resistance. There you go. As opposed to a pure cold call. They don't know you, you don't know them. Okay.